All right, StrongIsland.com. We are with Corvaa. How are you?
I'm good.
You're good?
You see, I've been busy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Been busy. I'm on 4.5 hours of sleep.
4.5?
Yeah, because we were finishing the new single last night. So I had to race back to Long Island to be up early because I had a long day today. Today's the day we submit to China, so fingers crossed. We're also, we submitted to News 12. So I actually said I'm definitely on News 12. I'm not sure. We just submitted today. So it's like a lot of things going on today. So
awesome.
we'll see. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I noticed you've been real busy. And,
yes.
You know,
always.
You always are busy, and that's good. I admire that, you know. You really, in this business, you really can't stop.
Yeah, it's about momentum.
Yeah,
all
exactly.
the labels say that to us. So.
Absolutely. So I'd like to sit down with you because we never really got to know you. You know, we always had you on the show, and, you know, we talked about what was going on, but I thought it would be a really good idea to kind of get to know you as a person, as an artist, as a performer.
Okay.
And as a businesswoman.
Cool.
Does that work?
Yes.
All right, cool. So I have my little notes here, so
okay.
I'm not going by them 100%.
Okay.
But yeah, I was looking here, and I see that you were actually born in Greece.
Piraeus, Greece. Yeah.
Okay. And how old were you when you came here to the United States?
My mom says 6 or 7 months old. So yeah.
Okay, so you were a baby, and then they decided to come here.
Yeah. Well, no. My birth family brought me here.
Okay.
From over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I actually was baptized by a very famous Greek guy. I can't think of his name right now, but my mom always says about it. I'm like, I don't know who that is.
You got baptized by a
famous Greek guy. I don't know his name.
Well, he must have been more than a guy because
he's more than a guy.
He was a priest or something.
Yes, he's a priest, but he's a very famous guy. I don't know his name. I'll find out.
You should find out. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was a big deal. That's why she always said that. I don't know.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So now, when did you actually start singing? At what age did you decide to play around?
Honestly, I tell everybody 12, so it's probably 12.
12 years old?
Yeah.
Were you just inspired by hearing things on the radio and you were just singing along, or what interested you?
Yeah, I'm always inspired by different artists, but also I felt like it was my outlet. A lot of people deal with things differently, and I feel like for me, being creative, that's my favorite thing in the world. I was never a big partier. I've never been into doing drugs or any really crazy behavior. My friends always call me the mom of the group. So I'm the one who would even in college, I would be home a lot. I would be staying where I stay and just doing my homework and whatever. And I always would write lyrics. I always would sing, here and there. And I was doing it consistently, probably 12 to about 18. Then once I went to college, it was just here and there. And I would still see my vocal coach on break when I would come home, but my boyfriend at the time wasn't very supportive, so.
How old was this?
I was 19 to 25 when I was with him, so you can imagine, that's when you're growing the most as a individual in your own path. So I was very naive back then, and he basically just said to me one day, it's me or the music, because I don't want to be with someone in the public eye. So I pretty much was like, okay, well, I love you, because I was young and kind of dumb.
I was
not dumb, but you know what I mean? You're growing up.
For somebody to do that to somebody at such a young age, that's so stupid, I mean.
Yeah, he just can't handle that, so.
So who were some of your influences as a vocalist when you're
growing
at that
up?
age? Yeah.
Definitely Christina Aguilera. I always really liked Gwen Stefani. I thought it was cool how she always kind of I always call it vocal morphin, when you switch up your vocal delivery. And I do accents or silly things sometimes. But I thought it was cool. Gwen Stefani, she doesn't do accents, but there's a way in which she tweaks her voice. And I think it's very cool because she's very distinct in her own sound. So I really liked her a lot, and definitely Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
And obviously Whitney Houston, because who doesn't?
Well, those are big vocalists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've always been into house music.
Okay.
Back in the day, I remember. No, I'm just kidding. DJ Encore, always liked Tiesto. I've liked a lot of people, House has always been there.
But
I was little.
you liked all types of music. Though,
Yeah,
not just-
always. I like Lenny Kravitz. I like, 50 Cent. I like Eminem, but then I like Christina Aguilera. I like Josh Groban. I like, what's her name? Carrie Underwood. I like all types of music. It's not just like one type. So I feel like that's what's contributed to my own, like, they call me like chameleon vocalist, my own sound. That's
Did
always
you-
changing.
Did you like mimic and sing along to all those?
For
songs?
sure, yeah. I used to teach myself all of the, that's where like my dancing comes from. Like a lot of people just see me like, fucking around or whatever. But yeah, I used to teach myself Britney Spears, like her choreography and stuff. And that's where it kind of started from doing that too. So always
So
been into
what age would you say that you really felt like, you know what, I want to do this 100%?
12.
What, really that young?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it wasn't just having fun. You
No,
really.
I was like, I'm not going to go, I'm not going to finish high school. I want to be a singer.
Oh,
And
wow.
my parents are like old school Italian. So they're like, no, you have to.
Yeah.
So then I did. Then I said, I'm not going to college. And then they're like, well, then what are you going to do with yourself? I was like, I want to be a singer. And they're like, no. So that didn't work out. And then I went to college, graduated with honors from Lynn University, a BA in communications with a specialization in PR, public relations. And, I was dating that guy. And then when I got out of school, we broke up. And I was just like, it was just like a bad time. I lost my job at the time. I found out, stuff about my health at the time, a lot of things. And the relationship didn't work out. So I went to Florida for like a week to clear my mind, and I came back up, and then I said I want to do music. Because while I was down there, I was watching X Factor,
Okay.
and Fifth Harmony was on, and I was like, oh my God, this is so dope. Like, I love to sing. Why am I not doing this? So my friend's mom was like, Corvaa, you should be. I'm like, I know, I should. I really should. But my parents aren't supportive, so what do I do? And she's like, I'll support you. So the fact that it took like just one person to believe in me really doing this, isn't that insane? Like,
Yeah.
and the other main one person is obviously Mark J. And all of this has come from two people. That's why it's like so crazy and like almost like sad, because it's like, really, I just needed two people to like back me, you know what I mean? So
Where,
a story.
just out of curiosity, the name Corbett, is that your real name?
Corvaa is my real last name with
Okay.
one A. So I added a second A, like Avicii with two I's, because there's the California Off-Road Vehicle Association, and my name is legally protected. So yeah, I had to add another A to it because that
Okay.
Corvaa is technically already taken.
Gotcha.
So I add another A. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty funny at the
what-
time. I was like, what?
what do you enjoy most about singing?
Cristiano, oh my God. Just how it makes me feel. I just feel like when life is so chaotic, and my life is always so chaotic, and it will forever be that way because of other factors that I can't control, unfortunately. So it just makes me feel better. And I feel like in the music realm of everything, like, people are very accepting. Like, it's not like you have to fit in a certain thing. You can just do your own thing. You know what I mean? Like, people will still judge, of course, but like, it's about being creative. So I always say, make my version of art. There's no wrong or right version. It's
No.
my interpretation, my
Absolutely.
version of art. So.
Art is art, and whether
Right.
it's painting or whatever it is, some people are gonna like it, some people are not gonna like it.
Exactly.
So, I've
Exactly.
always, there's a old saying is, you can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all the people all the time.
Right.
And it's totally
Right.
true, because you really can't. And you have to be able to accept criticism and understand that not everybody is gonna love what you do.
Oh yeah.
So it's nice to have
Yeah.
support from some people, but some people, I've been doing this my whole life, and some people don't take entertainment seriously at all.
Right.
No matter what part of the
Exactly.
business you're in, it's like, well, it's not really work,
Right.
But it is entertainment, and we do it because we love it.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
do love it.
I love to do music. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's a tough industry. I do it because I love it, not because it's easy. It's not easy.
So now Mark, he produces you. He
Yeah.
okay.
Mark J produces all of our music.
And when
since day
you
one.
decide to do a song, like, how do you go about it? Like, do you write the lyrics first? Do you have Mark do a basic beat, and then
Right.
what's your kind of process?
Okay, so in the beginning, because I was always writing, I stopped singing for a little while. I was always writing, but I was new to songwriting. Okay, so you have to understand, my background is more like in poetry. So when we first started, he would have tracks already done, and then I would write to it. But now it's both ways. Sometimes he'll have like a loop of something, and I'll be like, oh my god, like that's so dope, leave it on. He's like, Corvaa, it doesn't even sound like anything. It's like 2 things and a loop. I'm like, just shut up, like leave it on, leave it on. And I start writing a whole song in like 2 seconds. It's done.
Okay.
I've come like a long way. I'm very quick at writing my lyrics.
Where do you guys work? Like, where do you get all of the music done?
In my house.
Yeah. Okay. So you has a studio in the house.
I have an in-home studio. Yeah, we used to work out of Mark J's house, but now we work out of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like the songs that I put out should be about what matters to me or what I relate to. That's why it's like my version of art. So there's no better space for me to get in that mindset than my own home. Like, so that's why I do that. I know a lot of people were like trying to give me shit like, oh, why do you work out of your house? And I'm just like, well, why not? Why am I going to pay $1 million to stay in an SSL studio? That's just dumb, you know?
Well, yeah, especially
it's a waste of money, guys. That's why.
in the creation process, to go to a studio and spend all
every
that time
time you pay hourly.
Yeah, it's a cost of
fortune. It's a fortune.
So how many songs have you like released? I know you've probably
oh my goodness
have many, but actually how many are out there available that people could listen
the EP
to?
is 4 songs, and the first 3 songs are done 2 different ways. So technically, it's 4 songs. And then since the EP, we've put out a bunch. So I've counted once before, maybe like 15 or something like that.
Okay, and those are all out there. People can check them out.
Yeah. My numbers might be a little off, but yeah.
What was one of your favorites out of everything you did so far?
Definitely Empty Hallway, which was the bonus track off the EP because it had the most meaning to me.
What's that about?
Empty Hallway, you know, oh man, put me on the spot. It's okay. No, so yeah, I've never really spoke about this before. Somebody close to me, you know, I kind of touched on it, but not really, had a issue with alcohol. And it was difficult growing up, like seeing it all the time. Very, very tough because you're young. And the person was like several years older. So the song was just kind of about going through like how I felt and how it made me feel like going through it. Whereas AA was directly about the person's addiction, not really how I felt. The song was written in the perspective of the alcoholic. Empty Hallways was like the prelude to that. Okay. Like the before.
What style of song?
It's like a ballad. I said it's like a house ballad because the bass, it's very like a lot of heavy bass on it. And in a standard ballad song, there is bass, but it's not like that. So, but yeah, it's like a ballad, I would say. Yeah.
How did you and Mark J
meet?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so crazy. All right, so okay, we met at 4 Food Studio in Melville. He was the resident DJ.
4 Foods?
4 Foods, yeah.
Okay.
4 Foods. He was the resident DJ at the time. I almost didn't go because it was raining so crazy. You couldn't even see like an inch in front of your face. And at the time, I was with another producer. Because first I was with Jason, then through Jason I met Joe, and then through Joe I met Mark J. That's how it went. And I was with Jason probably about a year before I met Joe, and then so we went to this place where Mark was spinning, which I had no idea. And my girlfriend at the time was in the fashion show, so that's why I went, a hair show. We went, and it was raining really bad, so I almost didn't go. Because I'm like, there's no parking, there's too many people, where am I going to park, whatever. So he's like, forget it, like, let's just go eat something, and then we'll come back. I'm like, I don't even want to. I'm like, all right, fine, because, like, my girlfriend, whatever. So when we went back, I went straight into VIP because Joe goes out a lot, so he knows a lot of people, and I, like, barely go out. So I was like, oh, I don't know these people. Okay, this is cool. And then there was Mark J. And then he starts telling me he's a producer. And then I go, oh, my God, Joe, did you tell him I'm a singer? And he's like, no. And I'm like, what? And then ever since then, we just kind of, like, hit it off, and we've been, like, inseparable.
How long ago was that?
This is, like, 3.5 years ago. Almost 4.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And you... I don't know what the hell that signal was. All right, we can hear your conversation.
You
Very
guys hear this? Oh my God.
All right.
I'm sorry.
No, Mark J is not spinning tonight.
Mark J is not spinning. I told him he should. He was like, nah, Corvaa,
it's all about Corbett tonight.
Oh, golly.
And Traction stepped it up, man. He did a great job. So
he did. Yeah. You did a good job. You always do a good job.
He does. So what do you like as far as as far as the whole business, what do you find the hardest part of it? And I'm talking about singing, promotion, marketing,
Overall,
like what is the hardest aspect that you find?
well, in the beginning, I mean, not in the beginning. I mean, I'm still trying to do that, but obtaining people's respect, but also not being misunderstood, because a lot of people don't know me for shit, and they just see pictures of me on social media and think like whatever. I've heard crazy shit like, oh, she's from Manhasset, her parents are giving her all this money and they're buying her results, and I'm just like, get a fucking clue. No, they're not. They work really hard. It's not even like that. They don't even want me doing music. Well, my mom's cool with it, but my dad's like, when are you gonna be done?
So you feel
earning people's respect.
You feel some people give you a hard time. They don't give you the respect. Or?
You know what it is? The minute that I sit down like this and have a real conversation with somebody, not like the like, I'm Corvaa, like how I am, like I have that like, personality. I mean, like when we really sit down and talk like this, and then they get to know me, then suddenly it's like, oh, I understand you. Oh, you work your ass off. Oh, like it's really like this and not like that. I'm like, yes. This is entertainment. I have to act a certain way sometimes, guys.
Yeah, well, I guess,
Doesn't mean that's me.
if you don't really know somebody, how could you really judge them? So a lot of people, they make these accusations or
from what they see.
Yeah, from what they see, but they're really not seeing the person. They're only seeing,
they don't see the hard work that goes into it. They don't see how much I've had to sacrifice. Friends, family, sleep, food, time, money, my sanity sometimes. They just see the results of it,
So speaking of results so far, what would you say your greatest accomplishment to date has
Greatest
been?
accomplishment? Gosh, there's a bunch. But definitely performing at Harrah's in Atlantic City, because the only way you can step foot on that stage is if you, two options, is if you A, have music on Billboard, or B, you're signed to a major label. And I have neither. And I basically convinced the general manager at Harrah's that I belong on that stage. And he liked the music and he believed me. I made him a believer. So to me, that was like, I just earned your respect. Because no other person has done that.
So
I think I'm the only one.
What did you do? You did a set? Like
I performed. Songs? Yeah, it was my longest performance at the time. Might have been like 15 minutes or so. So, yeah, I'm proud of that because I made him a believer.
Okay.
Yeah,
that felt
and I earned
good.
his respect. And after I was done, he was like, great job. The DJ there was like, great job. At Vito, Vito, he spins in Vegas, spins all over. He was like, you did such a good job, The crowd was engaged with you the whole time. You're new, so that's awesome.
That is awesome.
So, yeah.
Now, what is going on in China? Because I see, you were auditioning for China. What are you auditioning for? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I'm auditioning to potentially, because I have to audition, to headline a tour in China.
Okay.
In the email, it said some crazy number, like 500 venues. And I was like, oh my God, really? So I don't know how many of them I'd be performing at, but they said I could be gone anywhere for up to 2 months. I would have to open a Chinese banking account, and they pay for me to perform. They pay for travel. They pay for all this stuff. So
is this
if I get it, I'd be gone
somebody's
for a while.
arranging a tour? Is it multiple artists?
It's a touring agency, and then there's investors in China. So we just finished assembling the video, and I sent it to them today. So fingers crossed. We also sent a clip of it to News 12. Fingers crossed. I thought we already had News 12. My mistake.
So you don't have to go there to audition. You can
through video.
Okay.
So first it goes through the people in New York. Then it gets submitted to China.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Is that, we have a clip, like a 30-second.
Yeah.
All right, so
that's what's being sent
perfect.
to them. Yeah. Or what was sent to them, I mean.
All right. Freaking Electric has that there. If you can.
Oh, you're going to play it?
Yeah. If
okay,
you can
dope.
That
yeah, nobody's seen it.
That would be great, guys. Let's check it out.
That's cool.
Need you now is getting late, 'cause I got that rainy running through my veins. Baby, I'll give you a taste. I love the heavy, pumping, stupid bass. Baby, you're the best thing in this place. Pull my zipper, shut the lights, take a picture if you like. Pull my zipper, shut the lights, take a picture if you like. Pull my zipper.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
That looked good.
Yeah.
Now, what song was that?
Zipper. So that was the latest single, but today we just released Doing It. That's the
Okay.
new one.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So what else did
So-
you have to submit? It was just a video, or you had a,
Pictures, measurements of myself and the dancers. The video was the main component. yeah.
measurements of your
The
body
dance,
measurements
yeah,
of
they
the-
want
of-
measurements. So
Really?
the Chinese are like, no joke.
Oh, wow.
They
That's
want to know
interesting.
every little detail. Yeah, it's so crazy because I've never been to China. I live a relatively sheltered life before doing music, so the fact that I could potentially be going there is insane. And then I'll have if I get it, I'll have a tour manager that speaks Chinese and English because clearly I don't speak the native
Yeah.
language over there. But it's crazy if I do get it. I can't have Facebook because they're crazy with social media. You can't have Facebook. They have their own version, and they're very strict about what gets sent out of the country through email. So I'll have to have the squad, put up stuff on my Instagram for me while I'm gone
Yeah.
because I could be gone for 2 months if I get it. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Good
Yeah.
luck. That would be great.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going till I get one. So even if I don't get it, I'll keep going till I do.
You have to, because you never know where you're
Exactly.
obviously doing well, but you never know where that huge break, that life-changing break.
Right.
And
And all these things, being in the entertainment industry, it's like the house of cards. So it's like you're building from the ground up. So you don't know which thing is going to lead
you
to
never
the next
know.
thing.
You
so.
never know. You could have, you could have no, and
Right.
then you give up, and little did you know that next
Yeah,
audition
you were
was
right
the
there.
yes.
Yeah. So
So you really just got to keep going, because if if you're talented and you believe in yourself and you don't
Mhm.
give up, you'll make it.
right.
It's as simple as that.
Right.
You gotta have faith in yourself.
It's survival of the fittest. It's really a tough industry. People can be very, not so nice sometimes, but you gotta have thick skin and just do your thing. So
All right. Speaking of
what I
people
do.
that are not so nice, because you have a really impressive fan base. But and I didn't mean that in a good thing. But at the same token, when you have a lot of fans,
Mhm.
you also could have a lot of haters too.
Yeah.
And that really comes along with the territory, though.
Yeah.
because,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, it does.
how do you deal with some of the people who don't support you or go out of your way to try to knock you down?
In the beginning, it bothered me. I could give two shits right now. It doesn't bother me at all, actually.
That's a good attitude.
Because I'm a woman now. In the beginning, I was like a girl. I was very naive, sheltered, very, very sensitive. But now I feel like I've come into my own as a woman. I'm very independent, and I don't care. I don't care if P. Diddy was like, you suck. I'd be like, and that's your opinion, and I'm going to keep doing what I do.
Mhm.
Because in this world, there's room for almost everything and everyone. And I feel
Absolutely.
like that's the biggest misconception, LA, in my opinion. People get too bent on being fucking competitive, and it's like you're only competing with yourself. You know what I'm saying?
You
You're
can't.
competing with yourself. It doesn't matter about competing with other people, and that's gonna go wrong. I compete with my. You know what I mean?
I agree 100%.
I push myself to reach the next, and then
You
the
have
next,
to.
and the next. Not like, oh, how did I do compared to this? I don't. We all learn differently. We all progress differently. If I didn't make some mistakes I've made, I wouldn't be human. I wouldn't learn from them. I wouldn't grow. I wouldn't get better.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm trying to say?
I agree 100%.
So it's like you're not competing with nobody. It's just yourself.
You have to compete with yourself, because
Yourself.
you're in a competition with yourself to become a better person, a better artist,
Better
a
version of
performer.
yourself.
Exactly.
Right.
You always have to continuously be better.
Right.
Because if you
Right.
remain stagnant and you just be comfortable, you're never growing.
Right.
You know,
and
growth-
that's the other part. Why some people don't progress or whatever is because they're scared to be outside of their comfort zone.
Absolutely. You
I'm
have
not
to.
scared
No,
anymore.
you have to. Change is uncomfortable.
Change is always happening too.
Absolutely.
So should embrace it.
Embrace change. Absolutely.
Embrace change. Evolve. Be your own person. Be your own thing.
Now, you have a birthday coming up?
I do. Oh my
I'm
god.
not going to ask you how old you are, because we keep that a little secret.
Okay.
Especially a lady's age. You don't
Okay.
want to. But
Right.
tell us about it. When is it? And,
September 8th.
You're actually doing. I see you're doing a little performance. There's a benefit. Could you tell us about that?
Yes. So I'm performing, guys, 2 weeks after I get back from, I was about to say China, Canada. I'll be performing on Saturday, September 10th on Long Island. It's going to be awesome. There's a lot of things going into it. I'm trying to think of what can I tell you and what can I not tell you. What can I tell you? Okay, so yeah, I'm involved with the Cancer Foundation now. First Pink. The Pink organization. First Company Pink.
Where are they based out of?
Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah. They're really sweet ladies. I met them at the Pumpkin Patch when I was back being managed by Brandon. And then through Brandon, I met Rick Eberly, and now Rick is doing my PR.
Okay.
So everything's all like connected. And ever since that point, they really liked me. They wanted to be involved with me. And I just have like a personal attachment to their organization for my own health reasons. So it fit, you know? And now it's like the right time to be involved with them. So it's dope because the event is my official birthday party, but also a benefit towards cancer awareness and education. So
Okay. And so you're performing there?
yeah, I'll be
Okay.
performing 4 songs.
4 songs?
Yeah.
Which ones are they going to be? Are you not sure, or you don't want to tell?
Surprise.
Okay. Okay.
Obviously, the new single, Doing It, will be incorporated.
Okay.
But it's a surprise.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's good. Do you enjoy doing things that help people like that?
Yeah. I've been waiting for an opportunity to like speak more from my heart. Like I said, I feel a personal thing to this organization for my own health reasons. And I feel like I've always wanted to kind of like explain more about why I'm not always performing, why I'm always at the doctor. A lot of people don't know what goes on. And, you know, I just like that, you know, I'm also in the book that they just came out with.
Well, yeah. Actually, that was going to
Decode
be
Your
my
Life,
next question. Yeah. What is Decode Your Life? What kind of book is that? How did that happen? And what is it?
Yeah, it's just like about like cancer awareness and education, but also different figures in the public eye and their individual talents and how they utilize their individual talents to stay positive. You know, like music is important. Everybody likes some form of music. Even if you don't like mine, you like somebody's, more or less. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's what it's about. And I felt like it was cool because they really respected me and liked me for my music, but then they also understand where I'm coming from in my own personal health situation. So I'm not going to get into that, but you will be hearing more about it through their own organization. Like I plan on speaking at some of their benefits about my own situation with that.
Is this book available for purchase?
Yes.
Like, okay. Can we tell everybody where they can
so
pick that up?
it's called Decode Your Life, and it's available through ebooks, Amazon. If you Google it and type it in, it'll come up and you can purchase it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's very affordable price, so.
All right. And I guess the proceeds go to something. So-
Yes,
okay.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's next? Like, what do you? I know you got the China thing that you're hoping to do. Will you have any other expectations or ambitions that you'd like to try to accomplish over the next year or two?
Yeah, I mean, I've actually been speaking to a lot of people from Italy and Turkey, believe it or not. Because I don't know why, but I have been. And I really want to be singing over there. I feel like not everybody here, but I just feel like over there, like in the area, I feel like they're more accepting, especially when it comes to house artists. This house is big over there, you know? I would love to go to Ibiza. I just want to go in that direction and do that. And I speak to a lot of people from those countries, and they really like the music a lot. And they're so sweet, so accepting, no judgment, like just very genuinely nice, you know?
Okay. So do you feel you're not going to classify you in a particular style, but you kind of gravitate towards dance music, towards house music?
House will always be my home base. Labels have asked me, you know, like, where do you think you'll end up in your direction? And I always say pop, dance, house. But house being the primary. So house, dance, pop. Meaning like the most house, then a little bit dance, a little bit pop.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Is there anything, anybody you'd like to shout out or?
Hi, parents. Hi, mama. Hi, papa. I love you. They're probably sleeping.
Well, they'll see this another time.
Yeah, they'll see it.
All right, cool. Well,
and Duck. He's not here.
Who's that?
Duck. He's home.
Who's Duck?
Duck. He's home.
I don't know who Duck
Ellie's
is.
like, who's Duck?
Who's Duck?
He's home.
Who's Duck?
Everybody was asking me, where is he? He's not here. He's home.
Is he a real duck?
Oh my God. He's real to me. No, he's stuffed. He's stuffed. He's stuffed.
He's not a real duck that was stuffed. He's a stuffed.
No. Oh my God. I wouldn't be wanting to hold on to that at night.
I don't know.
No. No, it's a funny. Well, not funny, but I mean, it's whatever. It's a story about the duck. You know, everyone's like, "Why are you so attached to this duck?" And I'm like, "Well, growing up, we had 3. 2 of them got like eaten, and 1 survived." And my brother named it Braveheart. And then he used to walk around waddling, and they're laughing at me because they know the story. Seriously, shut up, okay? Anyway. But then one day when I came home from school, and I was in maybe like 4th grade or something, I was like a little bubba. And freaking I go to look, and there's a trail of feathers, and there's a huge chunk missing from the duck because the neighbor's pit bull.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was young, and I feel like ever since then, like my duck is like Braveheart reincarnated in my mind.
That's the duck you have now? Is the duck that
No, he's
Oh,
stuffed. But I'm saying, like, I think it's like an emotional attachment to the stuffed duck.
Okay.
Reminds me of Braveheart because I miss him.
I got you.
He's so cute. He like waddle.
All right. Awesome.
I want to farm one day, seriously.
I think we've heard enough about the duck. But anyway, listen, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us. You know that we support you over here.
Yes.
We always has. I mean, it's been...
I will always come back to you guys, too. Like, I know a lot of artists like, oh, once I, like, blow up or do this, I'll, like, forget this. I'm like, no, what the hell?
Well, first of all, you could never forget about it.
No! Like, seriously, ever.
We'll send freaking
Loyalty
electric
is huge
after
to
you.
me. Yeah, right? Loyalty is huge to me, so I'll always come back.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Always.
All
You're
right, and we
welcome.
wish you the best.
Thank you.
And I hope everything works out with China. And if it doesn't,
Me
you know
too, me
what?
too.
I mean, I'm not even concerned because I know it will be great. But if it doesn't happen, it's not going to affect you one bit. So
One thing I would say, this is my own opinion on it. If I don't get it, it just means that I need more time to learn and grow. It doesn't mean that I'm not good enough. It just means I'm not there yet. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm only doing this for a few years. So for me to even be submitting out for a tour, I'm just like, oh my God, they want me?
it's
Holy
awesome.
crap.
Absolutely. It's
yeah,
awesome.
so
And, you know, each,
I'll keep going
each
till I
thing,
do.
exactly. Each thing is just gives you more experience and you
right.
learn
Knowledge
more
is
and more.
power.
It's awesome.
Knowledge
Absolutely.
is power. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to stick around for a little bit?
yes.
Okay, because what I was thinking about doing is I know we have the chat room and we close the phone lines, but
You close the phone lines?
Yeah, because I figured, you know, we're gonna come back and we'll have some fun. Maybe we'll take a call or two. We'll answer some.
Let's take some
chat room,
calls.
and we'll definitely be right back.